This week on the Unqualified Gamers Podcast, we welcome a guest, Kingworth 1. The boys go over Asmongold's band, Warzone 4, and Adin Ross and Tampa, Terrance. 89 of the Unqualified Gamers Podcast.
That
We're
was
here.
the worst intro I think you've ever done.
No, that was the best one.
Usually you never say welcome to, you just say episode 89.
Episode 89 of the
you
Unqualified
go.
Gamers
Start
Podcast.
right there. Don't start anywhere else but from
I don't
right
know
there.
why I said welcome. That did sound kind of awkward.
You sounded dumb. Don't ever do that again.
Come on down.
Yeah, today, as you guys can see, we have a guest on the show. It is Kingworth 1.
Yeah, the
How
one.
you doing today, King?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
Well, his
good,
name
man.
doesn't say
Doing real
worth one in the chat. What the flip, Kip?
I don't know. what to
Well, I
say.
bring up the one because
Twitch.
King over here does, stream on Twitch and catch him on, twitch.tv/Kingworth1.
No way.
He
No way.
also,
That's his name on
has-
Twitch?
yes.
Unfortunately, because Kingworth was weirdly taken, and I've been trying to battle with Twitch for like last 2 or 3 years to be like, hey, this account doesn't exist anymore. Can you just give it to me? And they just say sorry. Try
Yeah.
again in 6
It's
months.
just because you don't have enough money.
Oh
Did you
yeah.
try again in 6 months?
7. That might have been the problem. That might
that's
have been
Yeah,
the
you
problem.
gotta. Twitch is very
You missed your
punctual,
window.
dude. They want
Yeah,
you
they're
to-
very punctual. Yeah, you got that
you
time.
missed your
for it.
window. Mm.
Absolutely. It's over.
But not
You done
only,
messed up, Aaron.
But not only can you catch him on Twitch, he also has a series on YouTube with nostalgic games.
We've shared his stuff on here before, right? From his YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we 100% have.
But that's just being nice, Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's try it again.
be nice.
We'll put it in the description.
He didn't pay
Remind
us
me.
or anything. Like,
I did not.
no,
No.
no.
Hey guys, I
Mm,
No.
understand that we've never had a proper guest. I'm just trying to do an introduction and not just be
I'm
yeah,
just trying-
so
I'm
here's
just
say
a fuck
welcome?
boy.
I'm just trying
And
to
we
I'm
go
just
forward with
trying
it.
I'm just trying to help you with the introduction.
Yeah, but Doc, did you welcome me? Did you say
Mm.
did you say come on down? Kind of like
No, CC
Yeah.
welcomed everybody, so I figured it was covered with his horrible
I mean,
freaking intro.
No, that's
I
just for
mean-
the audience.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good podcast
Um,
producer, as we all know.
Podcast.
As we all know.
Podcast Pacooser.
I mean,
The-
POS absolutely, but I don't know
Your
about a
YouTube
podcaster.
channel is the Replay Junkie, right?
Correct. Yes.
Got it. See, I've already got it in the notes.
See, you
We're
already
good.
got it in the notes.
See?
It's already there. I'm
See?
currently working
So-
on my next project.
He's
so, yeah.
producer. I'm a good note taker. This is what happened.
We're
That
we're
was my
amazing.
function.
But King, where did you come up with the whole idea for the replay junkie thing?
Oh, just for like the
The
trying to,
entire
spitball some
idea
ideas?
of like replay junkie and what you've been doing with it.
So it actually started off as I was playing Final Fantasy VII on stream,
game.
and I have a Gen Zer,
Great game.
and it's my favorite game of all time. That's actually
Shout
what the
out to
next
Zoe,
episode-
the
Yeah,
child.
that's actually what the next episode is about, and I'm struggling with it because it's very, very long, very in depth. But we're working on that, and I was going through, and it was like kind of like the gimmick of how does a millennial, or how does it like a millennial that like grew up playing this game? How does a Gen Zer view a game? But it's like we all know Final Fantasy VII has its flaws, it has its issues. It's just kind of talking like really quickly about like the polygons. It looks atrocious.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's old, man. Like
it's
us.
very old. You have the problem with the summons. Like I actually have a thing in the video that Knights of the Round takes a minute and a half to play through.
Jeez.
And then if you have that going, and of course we all know like the best combo of the game is you have the mimic materia, you have that going. So now you have you have 3 minutes, and then you mime it, and that's 6 minutes, and then Emerald Weapon takes its turn and wipes out your party, and then you're all done. It's kind of the issue. So I kind of like came up with that idea because she was just shitting on the game the whole time, and it made me die a little inside because it's my favorite game. Great story, great everything else like that, and it just kind of got me to just think about like some of these old games like that I grew up with that are
Yeah.
like you look at everyone's list, they're always in the top 10. Like I did Ocarina of Time, everyone like
Yep.
9.9
that,
out of
that is
10, 10 out
100% one of my
10.
like top 3
Exactly.
ever, like, games.
When was the last time you went back to play it?
Yeah, I can't. I
Fuck,
can't
I-
go back. I can't go back and play old
Mm.
games. I just
You
can't.
can't play old games.
I just
I
can't
can.
do it.
I did a
I can.
Baldur's Gate, whatever the
The
Fuck.
old one.
Dark Alliance 2.
Oh
When
wow,
did
you're
that?
going back. Okay.
I
Oh,
can't.
Yeah. PS2 type of game. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
so-
But it was a fun game. I went back and played it. It's a nice
Yeah,
game to
no,
chill out to.
And they're fun and they're great, but like all right, so maybe I have a little bit of a bias, but when I went to play Ocarina of Time, I played it on the Switch and I used the Pro controller, and I didn't have the N64 controller, which
Yeah.
you know you
Didn't
need
have
that
your
for like
Z
the
button.
C-pad. I
Yeah.
know it was not even the Z. It wasn't even that big of a deal. Like the bumper works fine. It's the C-pad that they had on there that like the quick action for your items. And I'm like, wow, this game kind of chuffs. Like this is awful. Like, I mean,
I don't like this anymore.
Do
no.
they
And
have
then,
an N64 controller that you can plug into
yeah,
the
for
Switch
like
at this
$50.
point?
Like I don't want to spend $50 just to
Oh, so
play
you have
like an
to
old school.
you have to rebuy Ocarina of Time in order to play it with the right
No, you have
controller?
to. Well, yeah, you have to rebuy the controller for it, and it's like
No.
I don't think it's worth it. So I chugged through, and I got to the water temple, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how awful this was, and I forgot everything about it because I'm old. And I was in there for like 3 hours, and I'm like, all right, well, and so like, yeah, you kind of like lose yourself to like, oh, it's really good. I remember it really good, but like, but so like, you to your point, CC, like, you won't go back to play some like
Yeah, I
some of those
just
games.
can't.
So,
I can't.
My friend Casey has played Final Fantasy VII on every platform that they released it on. He says
does he have it on the mobile as
loves
well?
I don't know if he has it on mobile or not. I mean,
the one
said every
game
platform, so.
like I did go back and play was Zelda Link's Awakening, but it was on Game Boy, and I played it
God.
like years after like PlayStation 2 was out. I found my old Game Boy and I did play through it again.
Well,
All
I
right,
feel
well,
like
he
some
has
of
it
those,
on mobile.
yeah, no, and I feel like with like some of those games, it's fine. Like the re-release of Final Fantasy VII. Again, I'm a big nerd on it. They did really good things with it, where they allowed you to speed up time
Oh, that's good.
in the game, so you couldn't like hard skip something, but you can just really like fast forward through.
Do
through
you
combat
plan on
and make it-
playing Ocarina of Time when they come out on Unreal Engine 5?
That looks glorious, and I would love to do that. I don't
It
know.
looks good.
Like, is it? From what I saw, shot for shot, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
It
So
seems like it.
Cece, we are talking about these older games with Ocarina of Time or whatever.
yeah.
Would you play it like on an N64 if it was in 4K? If it was no longer those like hard polygons, hard angles, would you play it again if it was in 4K?
Yeah, but the question is it shot for shot?
Okay. So, are you talking about the new N64 that I sent you on
The
TikTok
Analog
today?
3DOS.
Yes.
Possibly.
That thing looks sweet. Can't lie.
Possibly I could. I mean, I think it's super badass that they're like. Let's talk about that system a little bit real quick. What's it called? I can't remember.
It's
I
the
wanna Google
Analog
this,
3D. Analog 3D.
Have you seen this,
operating
King?
No, Analog.
It's
3D?
Yeah. So
Analog
it's
3D. Yeah.
It claims to it looks almost identical to the Nintendo 64. You put
does
a
look very
Nintendo
identical to it. What do you
64 into it, and
Yeah, you can put any
you play
N64
in
game in.
4K on like through HDMI.
Mhm.
You
So
can
it's an
still
up
use
converter?
yes, like massive
Yep.
up converter, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know how that's gonna
they'll
work.
They have
AI.
controllers for it. They're like $40
Yeah,
a piece.
AI.
But
yeah,
the,
39.99 a piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so
but
I respect Nintendo a lot for wait, is Nintendo putting this out?
I don't believe Nintendo's
then
putting this
someone's
out.
Okay, I was about to say then I because like that doesn't seem like Nintendo. Nintendo wants you to rebuy their product like 20 times.
Yeah.
I have to feel like someone's about to get sued here.
yeah. Again.
Well,
I mean,
Nintendo
like,
is
Power World again.
very
another
litigious,
Power World.
yes. But
yeah, I mean,
how can
like,
you get sued by? I guess it would depend on when
Nintendo
the
will find a way.
N64, yeah.
Nintendo will find a way.
They'll
I-
sue
They
them in
won't
Japan.
find a
yeah.
way. They will make up a way. They will create a new way to sue
like
somebody.
they did with
Nintendo
Power World
creates laws.
They're gonna make a patent on an operating system
2 years after
in
it
like
comes out.
3 months, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
from
back
from my
converter.
childhood, from like
Well,
have a
1996.
patent on a converter. Yeah.
Well, because like, all right, so like, just going off of it, like my initial reactions on it, I think that having a cartridge based like that and actually utilizing something you already bought and like being able to play it,
It's
I think
cool.
it's fantastic,
Yeah.
and I think it was like really respectful to the consumer.
Yeah.
And that was my first question: did Nintendo put this out? And your answer was no. So I'm like,
I don't
well, that
believe
makes
so.
sense.
It doesn't look like it. The good news is you can use the old controllers too, because they're gonna have 4 of the.
I
old
saw the
controller
ports. I saw the
Yeah.
ports.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So I
like,
mean, you can get the new controller, or you can use the old controller. Which
Because
I don't think anyone can actually use the old controllers. The stick drift is so bad.
I am
Yeah,
still
it's
with
pretty
that.
crazy.
all
Okay,
of
so-
my
Right,
old
pretty
N64
what I never
controllers.
understood about the N64 is that all right, so you have the N64, it comes with 4 things. They sold in the beginning when they first came out like the actual ones, and then they made all these like not off brand, but like these like weird ergonomically awful controllers like to go with them. So I have like
I
I
don't
have
think
like
I ever had any of those.
I
Really?
didn't.
Some
Everybody-
people say that
You
the
couldn't find
Xbox-
the regular ones around.
No,
here.
you couldn't find them, so you were stuck buying some generic crap, which I have them.
Yeah.
I have like 2 of them that are like that are
That's
awful.
where
what,
Mad
Mad
Cats,
Dog or something?
Mad Cats came from.
Mad Cats, that was
yeah.
it.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean like
Oh yeah, Racy had those.
because like
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys ever? I don't know. I have an 85-inch screen now.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus
and-
Christ.
Whoa,
yeah, it's a
flexing.
large. TV.
So you have a wall.
I have
is
a
what you're
wall.
saying.
Yeah.
and
I have
could
a
probably go bigger.
75, and I want the
Okay, all
98.
right, yeah, so-
yeah,
It's not an 85cc. Shut your mouth.
I want the
Yeah, seriously,
95,
this
dude.
isn't about me,
Yes,
this
Or
is about
98. I
you.
want it so bad. The girlfriend keeps saying no, but it's
Oh,
gonna
I
You
happen.
don't
75.
have a wall for it.
I barely
a
got
95.
it
Get rid of
through
your
the
birds.
doors.
85 though.
I barely
Yeah,
got
so-
it through the
Oh,
doors.
it's
So-
I do have a
but
wall for it. I promise.
the-
I'll build a fucking wall.
But the point is that have you ever put like a Genesis on there or like a Super Nintendo?
I've
Have you ever, like
so I put the Sega on. We have a 42-inch in our bedroom, and my Sega
Yeah.
is connected to that.
okay, so have you done it on your 75?
No,
It is awful.
It's
I mean,
so
like,
bad.
I mean, I'm
Honestly,
sure
even,
it's bad.
Even PS2
Unbelievable.
looks horrible when you're like on
Yeah.
like a 2K TV or something. Just
Yeah.
because
So,
of it was never
I
made for that.
love-
It was made for the 32s. It was made for the 27s.
Yeah.
It was not made
Yeah.
for
right. I
a
mean,
wall.
we
so
all
I love
know
the
that.
fact. I love the fact that they came out with like those classics ones that are HDMI and everything else like
Yeah,
that.
right.
And they're just so easy to mod.
Yeah,
you
they
can
look
just throw
better.
'em
Yeah,
up
they
there.
look way better.
And it's cleaner. It just all that stuff. So like that's really interesting for like 3D analog that you can not only like have an HD up converter
Yeah.
for it, but then you can actually plug in.
I
your
I
64,
barely
just-
played Nintendo 64 because I got a PlayStation. My cousin had an N64, and he taught because I got the choice from my dad for Christmas was either a Nintendo 64 or PlayStation, like PS1.
That's a tough
My
question.
my
That-
cousin was like,
that's
"Dude,
tough.
I already have this one.
N64.
You get that one, then we have both." And I would go hang out with him every weekend. I would bring it with me, and that's all he'd want to play was the PlayStation because he didn't have it. So
Yeah, I know. I mean,
You
like
know.
that's such a because like there's like top games in
Oh,
both of
for
them. Like,
sure,
Those
yeah,
are like
for
really
sure.
really good systems. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I don't
Yeah,
know what I would want to do. Like, I'm an only child, so I probably would lean more towards the PlayStation. Like back then, I also
That's-
had friends.
Yeah,
that,
no, I
that
had
came
the
to the house.
N64.
I
and
had
then
friends
my-
that came back to the house at the end. I don't have friends now, so
you
like,
could
when I
hook
grew
up
up,
4 controllers
I
on
got
the.
Xbox, but
Could you hook up 4 controllers on the PlayStation
Two.
or just 2? Right,
two.
just
Two.
2. Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
two.
yeah, because
see, I had
yeah,
a
No,
neighbor
it
who
was-
had the PlayStation, the GameCube, the N64.
Fucking rich kids. Just
I
No,
know,
no,
that's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
well,
no,
saying.
no, no.
well,
no.
GameCube
Divorce
is
over their
kids.
GameCube's PS2, right? Isn't that PS2
No.
times?
Yes,
am I wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
No, that was.
Right,
No,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because
They're,
I-
they're a little
I-
staggered, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's around that
I was
generation.
Yeah,
about
I
to say
think-
he had a GameCube well before the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
it
but
was, like,
the
staggering
GameCube,
of
yeah,
it,
the
but-
GameCube came out, but it was like that's the generation. Like that's
Yes.
equivalent is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I had divorced parents. So I had all the Nintendo crap at my mother's, and then at my father's was the Sega, the Dreamcast, the PlayStation. The
My
original
parents were
Xbox.
divorced when I was like 1.5, and
Yeah, I was too.
both
yeah.
sides were poor. So I
both sides were
Well,
poor.
well, yeah. So like they
Didn't
were
have
just
either.
like buying my love and affection, which is
Mm.
I panhandle to that a lot.
Dude,
I was
dude,
like, yeah,
dude.
sure. Yeah.
I had a
Damn,
I had a
why didn't
fucking
my
I had
parents do
a
that?
dream the other night, dude. This is fucked up, Kai. You're gonna be with me on this. I had a dream
Kai
the other
was in the
night.
dream. Okay, wow.
No, no.
Apparently.
Well,
We're
I mean,
going there. It's this
listen.
type of podcast.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
dream about Ray John. Okay, it's Kai's brother.
Oh, well, of
but,
course.
You know, it's okay.
Is it
He
It's not
is
gay.
a unit of a man. So
It's not gay, but he's a police officer, and he
So you
He's
so
a
you
state
have a thing
trooper.
for uniforms.
state trooper,
He's a
state
trooper.
trooper,
Okay,
and in that
so you have a
uniform,
thing for
man,
uniforms.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
anyway,
all right, yeah.
I had a dream, and I woke up, and for some reason, the dream, my parents were fucking loaded, and
Okay.
they didn't tell me until I was like 30. But like we were like so
Smart.
fucking poor when I was a kid, you know, like I couldn't get new games or anything. It was like the worst fucking dream ever. I just woke up so pissed off.
They
So I
just
was
give
like,
you Atari ET.
I was like, you motherfuckers. Like, you guys had all this fucking money, and I had to wear, like, shitty clothes and shitty fucking shoes. Like, I woke up, like, 5 in the morning, and I was so pissed I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah, but that way when you get the money, you appreciate it more.
Yeah, but like
it's
He
called
did you
a
a
trust.
favor.
I had to wear like fucking Goodwill cleats in high school football when I played football because we couldn't afford
Good.
cleats.
Everyone's playing like Final
Hey,
Fantasy.
no
and Zelda.
one
He's playing
knew.
Pong.
But you,
Everyone
alright, that they
fucking knew
were-
that I was poor. Yes, they fucking did.
No, they didn't know they were Goodwill cleats until you went out there like, God damn, my parents got me Goodwill. No one fucking knows.
No,
And,
they
like, we all
fucking-
think about that.
Yeah, I
Like, when
fucking
you're, like, when you're in high school, like you think about those types of things. But
Yeah, it
unless you
sucks.
actually bring it
High
up,
school is just a cesspool. It's awful.
high school.
kids are fucking
I mean, like,
oh
it's-
god, they're just
it's
mean because they have no filter.
They
Especially
have-
like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like they don't even understand how mean they are.
They don't even know what they're
but
saying. They're just saying.
trust me, I knew how poor we were. I knew. Like
Speaking
I
of
knew.
people that act like 6-year-olds, you hear about Asmongold?
No.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
happened with
yeah.
Asmongold? Tell
got-
me more about this.
He
Asmongold.
got banned on Twitch for being super political.
Temporary
And
really banned.
and super
Temporary.
nasty. So super nasty. So I don't know if anybody has watched the apology video.
I've
It's
watched
like
part of it.
it's like 20 minutes long, and he like basically it was the best apology video I've ever seen. So
Okay, so
it-
what did he actually say? Like, can't he actually like?
he said
without getting into
it was
like,
it was
'cause I
something
know-
about Palestine, and
Okay.
it was something about Arabs, like they don't believe women should vote, so like they don't care, like their laws
Which
and
is
shit.
dumb, which,
They're the Muslim laws are like horrible, like so he basically shit on Muslims.
Muslim laws are Muslim laws. U.S. laws are U.S. laws. Continue on with the ban.
Yeah. So he was
Yeah,
he
it's kinda-
he was banned. And in his speech, like in his apology, he's like, this was probably for the best. Like I've been, he like kind of, I think he kind of realized like he's been kind of really negative lately for the last couple
Well,
of years.
He said for a while, yeah.
Yeah, for the
getting
last couple
more and more
years.
negative as he's gone
and
on.
and he's like I have a shitty attitude basically. I'm negative about a lot of things that I shouldn't be negative about, that I shouldn't even have an opinion about. And he also said that some Muslims reached out to him and said, "Hey, do you need some help, man? Like we're happy to help you." He was like, "That's fucking crazy," because I was shitting all over them, and they reached out, to see if I was okay.
Well, yeah,
So
you can't classify a whole pool of people.
Yeah,
no,
that's the worst
nobody
thing to do.
nobody
Yeah,
should
you never-
nobody
no,
should
that's
ever
what
do
I
that.
mean. Like, so
I think a lot of people can learn from that though, because
Well,
these
if I mean,
internet
it's like-
these internet
that's the one
times, like
reason-
everybody, you can have like a negative opinion, but like not every fucking opinion needs to be blurted out of your mouth. Not everybody needs to know your opinion on everything. I think a lot of people can
that's
learn from that.
One reason
Well,
I'm happy like I deployed, because that was like I had interpreters that I've become friends with. Like literally when we
Yeah.
were when we pulled out of Afghanistan, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Right. I had a friend that was still there who was trying to get out with his family.
Mhm.
And I was like literally checking on him and seeing where he was.
yeah.
And luckily he was safe and everything like that. But I mean, you
So-
don't you care about the person. You don't care about like
Yeah.
your belief is different than mine. That doesn't mean you're less of a
Yeah,
person.
just
No,
because
no, it doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
So-
horrible.
Apparently, but apparently Asmongold is going to take a break from streaming for a bit because of this ban. He is
He's gonna
stepped
step
down from his role at OTK. Like honestly, Zach, I hope the best for you, and I hope everything works out. And Godspeed for whatever you're going through. Know that you have multiple communities behind you if you ever need anything. There are people
Yeah,
that
for
can
sure.
help you out or whatever you guys need. Anyone else, if you guys need help with something, make sure you get the help that you guys need.
Yeah.
So I know I don't follow him that much, but I do know that like a few years ago he lost his mother, right?
Yes.
And then
Yep.
I think he lives like a very modest life where he's just kind
He
of
doesn't leave his house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I can
You
understand
might need to clean his room. in his
Every
time
gamer's
off, but,
dream.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
but like you make that, but like so much of a good thing, if you call it that a good
Mhm.
thing, can be detrimental to one's health, especially over
Oh,
time.
for sure. Yeah.
And then being
Absolutely.
in that kind of spotlight.
It's the
and
same thing.
I-
Like
I've
rock
lost a
stars
parent, and I'm not trying. Yeah, I lost I lost my dad like 9 years ago now, and it was rough. But
Yeah.
like but I don't know how I had friends and family to get through it, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying that he doesn't have friends or but if he's like by himself, like
Yeah.
day in and day out doing his gaming and work and everything else like that, that
Mhm.
can really take a toll on it.
I think especially when you focus on a lot of negative, like it seems like he has been, You know, I think it
Well,
drags
that's because
a lot.
focusing
Focusing on
That's what gets the clicks.
negative though can just drag you down, and it's like sometimes you just need to, you know, be positive. I try to be positive as much as I can be, and it's not always fucking easy. You know.
Well, I
so.
think like like what you were saying, like everyone's on like the internet before, like
Mhm.
everyone had like the webcams, and everything else like that. People came on here and they said whatever that they wanted to say, and then blurted out their
And they weren't
opinions.
worried about being
Yeah.
punched in the face when someone saw them
No,
later
and
on.
now
Right.
like you have like Twitch and all these other platforms like Kick and YouTube and everything else like that, and now you're putting a face and a name to
Yeah.
what you're saying, and I think people kind of like like forget that. They're like, oh, I'm in the comfort of my home, I can say whatever you want. Well, no, you can't. Like there is
Yeah.
such thing as freedom of speech, because
Yeah,
that's what we are, but
Yep.
there's also something about being like freedom of speech and like having a political view and being an asshole.
The way I
being a
the way
decent
I
human being,
the
yeah.
way I
Yeah.
try to do it is like, you know, we have the freedom of speech. Like before I'm going to type something, you know, not all the time, but if I'm going to type something that like I feel is heavy, it's like, yeah, I have freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want to say, but like, does anybody care, or am I just doing this because I'm pissed off about something?
Yeah, like, am I
And-
gonna offend anybody? Am I
It's
gonna do
normally
anything?
because we're pissed.
Well, that's what
Usually.
a lot of people
Going
like.
to CC guy, yeah.
I don't get on Facebook anymore because it's all fucking negativity. Somebody's bitching about something, and I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But how
So-
it is not everything is not negative in the world. We just gave Adin Ross just gave a guy a fucking $100,000
Yeah.
boat.
Vote,
Lieutenant Dan,
Lieutenant
actually,
Dan, yeah.
he didn't give him a boat.
He
No, he
100
did.
no, he 100% did.
Oh, he did.
But what he
Yeah.
pulled the Twitch deal or the kick
Kick
deal
deal.
from
Yeah, I
him
knew that. I knew that.
and gave it to one of his friends.
No,
He
no,
gave
no,
it
not
to
his
he
friend.
gave it to Tampa Terrance.
Tampa Terrance.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy that initially
they're not
found
friends
Lieutenant
anymore.
Dan. Yeah, they're not friends
So
anymore.
I didn't know
Okay.
about Lieutenant Dan until my wife was telling me, like, oh,
Yeah,
there's
he's
some dude in a
fucking
boat
huge,
that's
dude.
About that. No,
Massive.
This is like before the hurricane, and I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, cool. And then like I saw something on TikTok about like his daughter came on and was like, don't
Yeah.
give him anything. Like he's a
Yeah.
terrible person.
yeah.
And,
So
oh
Leave
my
him
god. it
alone.
was-
Well, she
Yeah.
wasn't saying he was a horrible person. Well, kind of, but
eh,
she was saying that he was he had problems with addiction,
yeah,
yeah.
and by
Yep.
giving him money, you're pretty much just feeding that addiction. Like you just leave him
Yeah.
alone. Like he's calmed down in his lifestyle, and
yep.
he's not really kind of going anywhere. And she goes, now that you've given him all this attention, you started having people give him a bunch of money. Like she can see his life turning right back around. And
Yeah.
that was something she didn't want.
I think they, at least from what I saw, he was handling the attention. I agree with you on the money part, but I think the attention, I don't think he cared. I don't think he really wanted
No,
to.
I watched. I was here from the beginning in this, and so basically, what had happened?
Saga. It's a saga.
It's a fucking saga, man.
Yeah,
So
it started with
basically,
Helene. Yeah.
this guy, Tampa Terrance, is what they call him. I can't remember his
Right.
name, his other name.
It's Tampa Terrance.
He found this dude in a little 20-foot shitty little
Yeah, I saw the
sailboat.
boat.
And he's like, "Are you gonna leave before the storm?" The dude's like, "I'm riding this fucker out. Like, this is all I have."
Which isn't that surprising that like he actually lived, like for how
Well-
devastating that storm was. Like,
Well, the first
He
storm,
lived out the Lieutenant Dan thing.
he
right?
did, he did.
but not only like did he like survive, the boat survived. Like,
Yeah,
buildings
yeah.
are down, trees are down. This little
Well-
rinky dinky boat in the ocean is
Yeah.
still around.
Tampa got more of a flood surge than they did like the winds and tornadoes and
Yeah,
stuff that.
Yeah,
and-
but
but-
even if it's a category 1, like I wouldn't trust that. Boat.
The
I wouldn't
first
trust it in a
storm
tropical
was
storm.
the first storm was much worse, harder for him than the second
Yeah.
storm. But
Yep.
regardless,
Oh,
Tampa Terrance was coming to checking on him. He started to GoFundMe for him, and basically, he had to go live his life. And he's like still checking on the dude every night, making sure he's good. Like, hey man, like I think he helped him out with a little bit of food and stuff. And then this dude named Check the Star, who's just a bad dude, I believe. At least everything I've read about the dude, heard about the dude, he's a bad
Never
dude.
heard of him.
He looks like one of the fucking Island Boys, and he was associated with the Island Boys for a while. Like Island Boy, those guys. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
you're welcome for that, by
CC's
the way,
favorite
people.
rap group.
Hey,
Can
listen,
you do that again?
listen.
I cut out of my.
No, we ain't getting that again. But anyway, this dude came in and kind of turned him against Tampa Terrance. Because Tampa Terrance is like, dude, I'm just here to help, like whatever. Basically, the attention did kind of change him because he started being a dickhead to like everybody, like leave me the fuck alone, like
I
started
get
talking
it.
shit about Tampa Terrance because Tampa Terrance got in touch with GoFundMe, and GoFundMe said, well, he needs to have like an ID and a bank account so we can get him this money. And then he explains this to them, and they're like, no, you're just keeping the money. He's like, no, I'm not, man. I can't give it to you. They won't transfer it over to you unless you
They're
have
not just going
the
to give
proper
me cash
document.
in hopes I give
Right.
it to you.
Right. So a lot of people were bashing Tampa Terrance, and Lieutenant Dan and his little crew there were making videos talking shit about him. Basically, in that time, he kind of got in touch with Adin Ross. Adin Ross was going to give him a kick deal, going to buy him a new boat, and he was going to basically go around making videos and shit. Great. Well,
so the internet said that he canceled it and
yeah. Well,
shit about that. But.
Yeah. Well, that was all just he said she said bullshit. Yeah. So basically, Adin Ross saw that Tampa Terrance was getting just thrashed for no reason, decided to give him a kick deal. He's going to go around helping people from the hurricane and live stream it all.
Okay, so
And
he's gonna have like a daily set amount.
All right,
that
so,
he's gonna be able to go
so my question
help
for
people with,
for you is that if you're doing something nice for some, because like this isn't the first time I've seen something like this before.
Mhm.
Like, did he just go out looking for someone to help to kind of like boost him up? As
You
far
just
as,
see
like,
a dude just sitting on the same boat
It
after a
looked-
fucking hurricane.
No,
You go and
what
like
I-
knock
what-
on the sign.
no,
You're like, hey, anyone here?
No, but do you need to film yourself doing?
I
a
mean,
good
okay.
deed?
So initially,
is my question.
Initially, it looked like he was walking by, saw the hurricane was coming, and he saw a dude, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? You're fucking crazy." And he filmed it. He didn't think it was going to turn into anything.
So did he have a platform before this? Is my question.
I don't think he had much of a platform. If he did, it was very small, but it was just like he's like, I didn't think it was going to turn into anything, and it wouldn't have.
Fair.
But everybody was like, you need to go check on him, go check on him, go check on him. And so in the comments, he kept up with it.
Because like that's my question. Like, it does like irk me sometimes when like someone gives like someone like $20 bill.
A lot of those videos are fake too.
And they're like, oh look, I just did this, and it's just like
It started off.
Like,
it started off.
it
started off in my eyes like he was walking by, saw the dude, and thought he was crazy as fuck, and videoed it and was talked to him or whatever, and then he left, and then the dude rode the hurricane out. The next day he went, and he's still there. He's like, yeah, I fucking made it. I'm a badass,
Yeah.
So
okay,
that's what it
checking
seemed like.
On someone and they want to video it or whatever else, and they're they are out there doing good for the world.
Yeah.
Good for them. Like fucking people giving Mr. Beast a horrible time, saying they're like, oh, he's giving people their eyesight back, but he's getting clout for it or whatever. It's like, fuckers, he's given 1,000 people their eyeyesight back. Sit the fuck down.
Yeah, everybody always attacks Mr. Beast.
I'm not saying it like for that. I'm saying like for like the random people, like, because they're trying to be the next Mr. Beast, and like they're helping out like one person.
Yeah,
and it's just like sometimes just like let them have like if you're gonna do something nice, you shouldn't do it because you're being watched.
It definitely
doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, it definitely didn't seem like that at the beginning.
Not at first, no.
And I'm not.
Like I said,
not
I was only
like
told about Lieutenant Dan by my wife. So
the dude got a kick deal out of it, and I think partially because he was getting shit on for no fucking reason. And the dude he's pretty good on camera.
All right. So my question though is like, all right, the dude has a boat.
Mm-hmm.
How is he gonna do kick? I mean, like,
it's Lieutenant Dan's not. It's not. Lieutenant
he's not. Well, he was gonna do it, but they were.
Lieutenant Dan was originally.
He was originally gonna do kick, but they were gonna give him a new boat and $50,000, so that he could like charge his shit and all that. Yeah.
So the boat came with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
He'd probably get.
I was like.
Like get Elon Musk's
probably Starlink or cell phone data or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the original plan, and Lieutenant Dan did drop an N-bomb on a live stream on TikTok, like day 2 or something. And I mean it was I don't know. I'm kind of on Tampa Terrance's side with this whole thing. I was kind of explaining Lieutenant Dan to Zeus yesterday, so
okay.
No, I didn't hear about it. I didn't care about it. It sounded like a dude with addiction that was catching a break and fucked it up. So
he's still gonna get like $30,000 in a boat.
I lived in LA, like I lived in the ghettos of LA for so long.
Doc has no soul, is what
I know for a fact that if you want to do something, you're gonna go out there and do it.
Right.
But if you don't want help, you're not going to look for it. You're gonna push people away. You're just going to be an actual fucking drain on life. So
right. I agree.
That's the number one
I
thing
had
with
a nice
recovery.
high
You
and
have
everything else
to
like
you
that,
have
and, like,
to want to
Doc
get
just brought us
recovered.
down.
Yeah.
You can't go into recovery and not want it, because if you don't, then you're
No.
just going to fumble again. So you have to
No.
actually want
Yeah.
the change first.
Let's
I know
move on
people-
from Lieutenant
Okay,
Dan.
go.
Let's
that
go
was
to
fun.
Warzone 4. It's huge thing in the news right now. So, but Warzone 4
Zone
4 is coming
4.
out.
Yep.
Yes,
What happened to 3?
that's what we're in
What?
right now.
What?
We're in
What
Warzone
hap-
3.
Wait. What
Yeah,
happened to
Warzone 3
PUBG?
right now.
What
What
happened
happened
to
to
PUBG?
PUBG?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It went
Oh, I
it went
still play
mobile. It
PUBG.
went pay to win. No one cares about PUBG anymore.
I still play.
It was the
Except Kai.
father. It
Kai
was
plays
the
PUBG.
grandfather of
They have,
like.
they have some fun game modes, and I want them to bring back the
Do they have
OG map
zombies?
again.
Of course.
Are they having zombies?
Well, that's
PUBG, no.
with the new Black Ops game. There is going to be zombies, but perks,
Okay.
field grays, lethals will all be removed. As everybody knows, you have a backpack in Warzone right now. That's where you
Okay.
can like store extra plates and stuff. We're losing that.
I think I'm
Yeah,
okay
they're
with
gonna have
that.
different perks. I don't know if they're gonna bring back upgrades or not, but they're gonna change out the perks and lethals and all that stuff for the
So
new
they're going
Okay.
back to like a Warzone 1 type thing. then,
Yes, where
right?
there's a satchel. You need a satchel to carry more plates.
I kind of
Okay.
wish they went back to like what was it? Oh my god, what was it? It was
Blackout?
Blackout,
No.
yeah.
It was like World War II era. I forgot.
God, please fucking
was
no.
it World
World
at
at
No,
War?
please
World at War?
don't say
No,
Vanguard.
No.
Oh, no, nobody likes Vanguard, okay?
I'm talking about like, and maybe because I'm bad at these games, but I feel like I'll empty a clip into somebody. It does nothing. I'll get like
Yeah.
2 shot and I'm dead.
It,
No,
it
that's
happens.
fine.
Yeah, that's
So, like,
God.
That's
So,
just all
like-
You mean a
God.
mag?
Yeah, so like, but back during like that time, like there was no real automatics, and it actually felt like took skill to like kill people.
Go play
versus-
Hell Let Loose, man. I can't go back to that shit. I can't do it.
No.
I
I'm
can't.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like, is it just that people just cheat, or is it just that like I'm bad?
There's
Oh,
there's
yes.
de-
I mean,
there's, there's
the
definitely
shitty
cheaters
thing-
there.
Yes.
The shitty thing with any
Yes.
Warzone is you have to find the meta. And you have to constantly stay on top of the meta, especially
Okay.
when they do updates.
Well,
Then you gotta find the new one. And then you gotta
I
upgrade again,
I
and
feel
then-
like it's not as
find
bad as
every
it
gun.
was. I feel like there's like 6 guns to choose from. You know, like that are.
I'll give you
good.
that. For once in COD history, 100%, I
It's
don't
like
feel that there is a solid meta.
Yeah, because there was for a while. It was like you have to have this gun, you have to build it this way, otherwise you're gonna lose. Now there's like 5 or 6 guns that you know, and the snipers are all pretty much
What
even.
about that
Some
old
do
guy
better
that
than
used to snipe?
that
That's
guy's
not
No, he
Battlefield.
plays
that guy's
Battlefield.
Oh,
he's
it's
fucking
Battlefield it was?
he's
Okay.
Yeah, that's
fucking
Battlefield.
trash
Yeah.
anyway.
Honestly, like all the dude does is
He-
does
he-
what we all hate, and that is he camps.
Camper. Yeah.
He'll get
Well,
like 3
was
kills
he-
a game, dude, and it's like, oh, I'm
I
the
mean, if
fucking
you're-
best.
If you're
Was he,
trained as a sniper, first of all, I've seen his shots way better than CC's.
Oh,
Second of
fuck
all,
you.
Damn.
Especially when you got to count in drop and everything from a distance. You got to
There's
calculate distance. You got to calculate
there's
drop.
dropping COD.
No, I think he did. From,
Not even
again,
close
the
to
clips I've
Battlefield,
seen
but-
have been pretty
Yeah.
good. But again,
Yeah.
they're also clips. Like if you
Yeah, there's
stream it, like
clips.
10 hours a day and you get like a 20-second clip, like you're bound
Yeah.
to find something you don't.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
'cause-
but when you're getting like five headshots on a moving target from 500,
Oh,
600
yeah, no,
meters
it's,
away.
It's good.
I don't think
Like-
I don't think he ever got 5 kills in a game. What the fuck? Have you ever watched his stream?
Yes,
Okay, because I said it'd
Look,
get like 3 or 4
I
kills.
get
a
it.
game.
You ping like 2 people that are standing still from below you.
No,
Whatever, dude. I get it.
That's
You're
not
upset
true.
about it, but
I am the
I-
greatest sniper in Warzone
shoots
history,
right-
and
he
I will be
shoots right
fucking.
between 'em.
yeah.
I will be
Yeah.
fucking recognized as that.
A dude,
okay?
he'll
The
be
greatest.
aiming down his sight. A dude will drop in front of him. He'll shoot him. And be like, "I'm the best sniper in the
No.
world."
So
No.
then, what's better, like Warzone or Battlefield? Like,
it
is
depends on
It
who you
depends
are.
on what you want.
Yeah, if you want like a more realistic Battlefield, if you want something where
If you-
people like
if-
CC can win,
if you
Call of
wanna-
Duty.
if you
It's
wanna-
gonna be
If you want to play a game where there's only like 9 people in the world that play it, play Battlefield. If you want to play
Okay.
Warzone, which everybody else plays, play that. I mean, that's the difference. Nobody plays
Look,
plays
there's only
Battlefield
one
because it
person
sucks.
that
So
I
then-
care
They said the
about.
same thing about people playing Fortnite over PUBG, but in reality,
So-
I mean, the PUBG numbers are higher than Fortnite. He's
Let-
like,
let-
Yeah, but
get rid
like-
of get rid of mobile, Kai. Take mobile out of
okay,
that.
get you. You know, Fortnite has mobile too, right?
Yeah, but nobody fucking plays it mobile.
Doesn't Warzone also have mobile? Wasn't
Why is
that a
everything on
horrible
mobile?
thing?
these
It's
days?
horrible,
Like,
yeah, it's
honestly,
horrible.
Like it's like the Blizz kind. Oh,
I did
what?
play.
What,
I did
what,
play
you don't have
Warzone mobile when I
phones?
got the backbone.
You did?
Or whatever. Yeah.
Was it before they started charging
Can I
you
play
for
mouse
it?
and keyboard on mobile?
Yeah.
You probably could
I
have.
make
You
my
could
phone
with
for
Kai's
charging?
little fucking keyboard. Kai's little fucking
Yeah, I was about to
keyboard.
say,
that he
how
has.
much keyboard I have.
Well, like,
WASD that shit.
I guess it makes sense for the phones that like flip now. Like you have like, and so you have like a wider screen. And you
Yeah.
can play on that. But like, I don't know. I'm not
Buy
a big handheld guy to
Buy
begin
a
with. Like,
buy a fucking
hurts my
tablet
necks.
for fuck's sakes. Jesus
it
Christ.
hurts,
These,
but it hurts
these
my
fucking
neck.
phones, dude, are massive as fuck.
They
You've seen these
really
things?
are now.
The new Huawei phone, it's it folds 3 times.
All right, so
What
like
the fuck?
we're all
Yeah, like
all old here. Does anyone
Exactly.
remember the chocolate phone?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I had the chocolate phone. That was my,
I
that
had
was
the
my last
chocolate
phone
too.
Before an iPhone, and like that thing was like this big. Yeah, like it was like the Matrix. You like flipped it up, I popped up, and
No, I
now
had
they're
the
like
Envy. I had the
screen.
slide phone. I
Mine
had
was the
a,
Razor slider and then a BlackBerry.
What was it called?
Razor.
The
Oh,
kickback?
BlackBerry. Oh, I
kick?
remember that.
I had a BlackBerry.
BlackBerry
have a
was
kick?
the rival.
A sidekick.
to-
That's what it's
Sidekick,
called.
sidekick. The one
Sidekick.
that you could play games on, right?
The one that you'd open, it would like spin around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Fucking
was
stupid.
great.
It was
I just
great.
mean like, but I mean like, so like, how big is mobile markets though? Because like,
Oh, it's huge.
It's massive,
Um,
absolutely massive.
Oh, so something that I don't know if you know this or not, Kai, but the money that Blizzard makes, majority of the money that comes into that is actually from Candy Crush.
I'm not
wait, they own
surprised.
Candy Crush?
Yeah.
King, yes.
Wait,
It is
well, is
King,
it because
Blizzard,
Microsoft?
Activision.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah,
no, Candy Crush is where most of the money for that entire thing comes from.
I thought you were gonna say Diablo Immortals. I was gonna be like, I hate that community now. Like that's awful. Like the fact that they were like everyone was hyped up for Diablo 4. They're like, oh, we got Immortals. It's like, oh my god.
Fucking...
And now like Diablo 4 came out, and it's I don't know, it's kind of crap, right, Doc?
We're not
Doc-
talking about that right now.
All right, hey, so the operators blueprints with CODs will carry over. It said Rebirth Island is going to be removed in November, so we got about 25 days with it left, I think. Verdansk comes back in April, and the reason they're removing
What is Verdansk?
that's the
It's an
Warzone
old
1
map.
Warzone 1 map.
Oh,
And
okay.
everybody loved it, but then everybody bitched and they got rid of it, and then they're all pissed they got rid of it. It
So
was,
bringing
it
back
was
as
the
a
internet.
classic.
Yeah. But Rebirth's gonna be removed for Area 99, which is the new Resurgence map, and they're basically are removing it so that people are forced to play the new map. It's the same thing they did last time. They removed it for about a month or two so that people were forced to play the new map and try it out. Which just let people play what the fuck they want to play. Don't force them. But
We talked
that-
about this. I don't see it
That's
on
hand-holding.
here, but you were saying something about them actually getting rid of Warzone for like 2 weeks.
yes, they are getting rid of Warzone for 2 weeks. I believe it's
Now
when
that's the free version, right?
yes.
Okay.
All right, so you get to touch grass for 2 weeks.
I'll be playing Black Ops 6.
Oh, you piece of shit.
What did you
Either-
get Battlefield to try?
Either
What about
that
Fortnite?
Okay, I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I had a Fortnite gun hanging on the wall, but these guys made fun of me about it every fucking week, so I took it down.
I'm in the head
See,
with this Fortnite
De-
gun, actually.
Deadpool's right there now.
All right, nice.
But
No, I haven't really set it up yet, but I kind of wanted to see King and Cece do a Fortnite thing, whether it is a 1v1 if they can set it up,
I'm all
or-
for it. I haven't played
so
the
would
month.
do-
all right. So I only got into Fortnite because one of my viewers was like insane, like she's like insanely addicted to the game, and she's been begging me to play it. And she went away for like, she's like, oh, I'll be right back in like an hour or so. So as a joke, I downloaded it and started playing it with someone else, and
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
are you one
not
of those
bad.
dudes using a word like a thing unironically, and now it's just
Yeah.
part of your vocabulary?
kind of. So like
Oh.
it's not.
It's a great
not
game.
bad.
It's a great game.
I
I just
wouldn't
don't
go-
I don't
it's
like
not
I don't
great.
like when they add like certain weapons and shit into it. Like just I want to play the regular fucking game. I don't want to play all this stupid
Without
bullshit.
building.
So I feel I don't do building because
I
I'm
don't
too
either
old.
anymore.
I can't do it. But I just feel like
You ever heard the term "practice makes perfect"?
Not
I-
when it comes to
don't-
building.
I
Like, you
played
see some of those kids.
I played controller and I did build. Okay.
we did
And then
controller.
my controller
Oh my
Building's
God.
easier for controller.
my controller died on me like the week that no build came out.
Okay.
So I switched to keyboard and mouse because I didn't have $200 to go buy a new controller, and I was like dead set
Wait,
that
what
I
kind
just
of controller did you have for
I had
$200?
an Elite Series 2 controller, Xbox Elite Series
Okay.
2 controller. Loved it, right? It was just like heavier. I liked everything about it.
Basically, the Xbox SCUF controller.
Yeah, but I never used any of the back buttons or anything. But
Fucking guy in the peanut
removed
gallery
them.
tonight.
I removed
wait.
them.
Why?
What?
If you never used any of the back
It was
pedals, then why did you?
the controller was so much
Because
better
it was
quality.
elitist.
It was so much
elitist.
better quality. I'm just everything about it was amazing. But anyway, I then picked up keyboard and mouse, and I played, and I never learned to build on keyboard and mouse. So now I can't. I just can't
Wasn't
do it.
that
'Cause I
just
played.
like a few months ago that you?
I mean,
had
No,
to
it was.
switch over?
It
When
was
did Mobile
almost
come out?
about a year ago now that I switched
like,
over.
it's a
And you've been
fun
making
party
fun of
game.
Chain, but
Who?
you just changed over to keyboard and mouse. You've been ripping on fucking Chain for using
This sounds
controller,
like
telling him to
some,
man up and use a
backstory.
keyboard, but you just
Okay, I
switched
did
over to
that.
keyboard and mouse last
I
year?
did that one time, and I apologized to him for that.
But was it for
Okay.
content?
Yeah.
But I will
No.
respect you
Yeah.
for content.
Absolutely.
It's for content. For content. You can't
Absolutely.
be held responsible for
Okay,
content.
this is what happened. All right, we're gonna get it out there.
Hold on. I'm done with Fortnite. Space
Okay.
Marines 2. Kai, go. You're the only one that knows anything
No,
about
we're going
this.
back to Fortnite. No.
We were playing off the grid. I was asking him how to play the fucking
Jesus
game.
Christ.
I was asking him how to play the fucking game, and he's like, I don't know, I'm on controller. And I said, don't be a fucking 7-year-old playing controller. Play on keyboard and mouse, you piece of shit.
let him
And
at
that's
least
what
get
happened.
to your age and then go to keyboard.
He's
mouse,
older
okay?
than me.
Yeah, but
No, he's
to
not.
be fair,
Yes,
for
he
any
is.
first-person shooting
Nobody's
game,
older than you.
But
I'm
for
older than
any
him.
first-person shooter game, it's keyboard and mouse. Like it's better
Yeah.
response time. You don't have that auto aim assist with
I
it. Like,
I agree. But switching to keyboard and mouse, it's definitely aim assist is definitely needed for controllers because you cannot keep up with
well,
that
yeah,
aim
but
assist.
they just it's just still
Yeah.
kind of cheap.
I had a friend who never used it. He was pretty good with it, so
But
it's not
all right,
impossible.
all right, Kai, talk about Space Marines 2 update because I own this game and I just haven't played it.
Yeah, never played it. Yeah, you played it
Go
like
back and
twice.
talk about the N64. No, I'm kidding, Kai.
Yeah,
Go for
we
it.
have
So I have a YouTube
I still have
channel?
like three. I still have like 3 characters that are still level 1 that I kind of want to play. I don't know. Either way, so they're coming out with they have a whole list of things and like releases that they're going to be doing for updates, but it's all going to be free content anyways. So all the updates are free. They're not DLCs or anything like that. I mean, kind of, but free. Either way.
Yeah.
So they're going to be coming out with a new operation with a
Pause
what
real
is it,
quick.
a
You bought
Biotitan?
you bought the expensive version of the game, right? You pre-ordered it,
I did, but that just gave me like early release and like some skins.
so you're
the
not
DLC
guaranteed
skins.
DLCs later.
Yeah, I mean, they're all free.
Oh, okay,
So
sorry.
that was actually
Yeah,
going to be my question: is this just like an update or?
Pretty much an update. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
So
They're adding things like the new operation, and
Okay.
then they're going to be adding and the operation's going to have like the biggest whatever the things are called, the pyramid,
Yeah,
whatever the Hierophant Biotitan, which everybody's like, oh, they're mocking or copying Helldivers 2, whatever.
Yeah, but I heard Biotitan, so I was like,
Hey,
wait a minute.
hey, Helldivers 2 copied fucking Starship Troopers, so I don't want to hear it. Go ahead.
Right. Well, not
True.
only that, I mean, Space Marines has been out.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
long time. Either way, but they're going to be making a new difficulty as well, which is lethal. So that right now you go up to ruthless, which is like level 4. They're going to come out with level 5 lethal, give you more rewards and stuff like that, and a new pistol. They're going to have new skins for the bolt rifle, the plasma pistol, and the power sword, which I can't wait because I love the fucking power sword and the bulwark. And they're going to have new skins for the bulwark. So that's just this next update, which I believe is out today. Obviously, if you're listening to the podcast on Rumble, you'll
It
know it
was out,
today.
yeah.
But if you're listening to anything else, it's last Thursday. The bulwark, though, favorite character because you just run around with a giant sword and a pistol,
it's
shield. looks
PvE,
sweet as
right?
fuck.
It's not player versus player. It's just
No, there
straight
is PvP. You
Okay.
can do PvE, PvP. They have a storyline as well that you can do. So I mean,
It
my
just looks like
friend and I have been
StarCraft
working
to
on
me.
that.
Like whenever I saw like clips of it, it just reminded me of StarCraft. And I know like it's from like Warhammer area or whatever,
Yeah.
but it just literally looked like Space Marines. and
main
StarCraft.
character that I've seen in a lot of those things does look like Tychus.
Right? Okay, it's not just me.
It's not
Which
just
is-
you.
I thought it was a new StarCraft game, and I got excited for it. I'm like,
The
cool,
game
they're doing
looks
funny 'cause
really
the
good.
main-
It
main guy
looks
is
good,
Titus.
so yeah, it looks
Okay.
good though. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah, no, it's a fun game. I mean, I
So-
haven't played the PvP on. I've done the PvE operations, and then we've done the storyline. But I mean,
So would you say better or worse than Helldivers 2?
it's a
better.
different game. It's
Okay, it's a
I
different
I
game.
like it
Sorry.
more. I do
Okay.
like it more.
They didn't
Helldivers,
fuck
I
their
don't know.
community over like Helldivers did.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't need a
100%
PSN login to play it. Apparently.
Yeah, that was dumb. That they
Yeah,
shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they did it again when they nerfed fire and stuff like that right before. I mean, a lot of people came back after they buffed everything, but I don't think that's going to
Yeah, but you also didn't get the player base that like they originally had.
they fucked
exactly.
up big time.
Oh yeah, huge.
And I feel sorry for the developers of that game because it was not the developers that fucking ruined it.
Yeah, it wasn't them at all.
Well, it's never the developers that really ruined
Right.
it. And even like when the developers put something in, it's like because they were told to.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
It's
right,
horrible.
Kai, what is this
Sometimes.
pro rules? Like, I didn't realize there was professional Mario Party.
Is it house party rules?
Well,
or just
it's
like...
it's gonna be a new thing for
Okay.
Mario Party. So right now,
You mean in like hold on? You mean in like new iterations of Mario Party?
Yeah,
or there's like
new-
retroactive like house party rules, like you can't do certain things.
No, there's gonna be a new party install, rule install for the game. So it's gonna have they're gonna remove a lot of the luck-based events as they can
That's
for the pro
huge.
rules. So a lot of time, obviously, a lot of times it's all based on what game happens. The bonus star category, like totally random. You have no idea what's gonna happen at the end. That could change. Everybody could win, type of thing.
Yeah.
But they're gonna reveal the bonus star categories before the game starts, so you know what you're going for. So
Okay.
that'll help.
Right.
The mini games, instead of just being like you land on a mini game and that's it, everybody plays it. There's gonna be a choice between 3 different mini games that people vote on. And they can
I don't
choose
know about
between.
I don't know about like the voting one. Like it's still like I understand trying to remove some of like the randomness out of it, but like at the same time, like you are playing a game. Like it'd be no different if you're
Well,
playing
yeah, but
if you're
I'm
playing a board game. Like if you land on like go to jail, you can't vote. Oh, do we really go to jail? Or
Well,
like,
yeah, but
what?
I mean, you're also not like going and the houses you get is based on a mini game you play within Monopoly. Like you don't play Monopoly and then go over and play Hungry Hungry Hippo, and whoever gets the most balls gets the most houses on their properties.
That was an
that was-
amazing
yo,
analogy.
I don't know. That was
I
great,
know.
and I kind of want to make our own like hybrid. Like, all right, so I land here. I'm gonna go to Candyland, and then I'm gonna take the chutes and ladders over here,
Yeah,
and we're gonna go back over.
Yeah,
to
you failed
Hungry Hippo.
perfection. I get the house. Yeah, I get it.
Monopoly. Yeah, yeah. So
Cracked under anxiety.
I like the fact that you can vote on it.
Okay.
And again, this is just the pro. Like you don't have to play this version of it.
No, so far what you're going through, I agree with. The voting's not bad. It's just that like I just know that like it's kind of like
Well, the biggest thing I always had whenever I played Mario Party, I always just said, "There's no guarantee I'm going to win. It's literally just a randomized winner."
yeah, because like you have like no stars. Like
There's really no
well,
skill, you know?
you land on this an odd time and you did this and you and they throw all these arbitrary things up. You won. It's like what? Like no,
Yeah,
I had 8
not-
stars. How did this person win?
Yeah, you can play with literally a little kid who just pushes a button and.
I
and
just
I mean, the
never
mini
really
games
played
I
this
understand,
game.
but
You never
You've
played
never played Mario Party?
Oh, no. He had the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I had the
So like he
PlayStation.
never
Okay.
he never had friends. He
Yeah.
just
you ever
had
played
the
Pummel?
PlayStation
You ever
1.
played
Yeah.
Pummel Party?
Yeah, I didn't like
Pummel
it.
Party?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's similar to Pummel.
Similar,
Party.
yeah. I know
Yeah.
what it is. My friend, I used to watch my friends play it, and I was like,
Okay, you don't have to yell at me, man. So it's also going to add showdown mini games, which is
Sometimes you
something
get
that can
yelled
give
at,
you a
Kai.
tag along buddy, kind of like the other Mario games, obviously. But
What do you mean
Uh,
a tag along money?
a tag along, but so like you get like a Casper or something that is
Like a
with
pet.
you. I don't know if it'll. A lot of the older Mario parties, like when you get a tag along buddy, they roll a die as well. So your die combination is how many spaces
Isn't
you
it only
have.
like a 1 through 3 though for the die or something? Because it's not a full 6-side if I remember right.
I
I think
the
it
last
depended on
Mario
who
Party I
your
had
buddy
was-
was.
I think
Okay.
the last Mario Party I played was 3, so I don't
I
know
have
what-
3 sitting behind me on my.
I think
Yeah.
you got like each one had a specific die. So there was like
Mhm.
somebody that was like 1, 2, 3, and then there was somebody that was like 2, 4, 6 in
Okay, I do
1,
remember this. I
5.
do remember this.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, and you could choose which die you wanted to use once you got your buddy. But this is going to have a showdown mini game that'll allow you to basically play for a tag along buddy, and you can
Okay.
do
Okay.
every encounter twice. But they're also going to increase the Bowser squares, so you have a higher chance also of.
So I have a question, and this is for everybody. I need to know. You know how you have like that 1,000 star thing that it teases you with, at least in the first one. And like, did anyone ever hit that? Was that
I
ever
don't
possible?
think I don't think I
or was
played
that
enough.
just
I
like
definitely didn't come close to playing enough.
because
to
I
get
played a
1,000
lot,
stars.
like a lot of that. I was like, always like, ooh, is that actually like a possibility, or did like the devs just be like,
That'll
yeah,
have to be one of your videos. You'll have to do a nostalgia.
I
and
am
then also
not diving.
see if you can
deep
get
into
1,000
Mario Party
stars.
1.
Oh, dude, that would be great. Just sit there for the next 12 years, just rolling
Until you
dice.
get 1,000.
I would try to hack
Switching
it first
controller,
to see if it's
controller.
even
Try
in the
to hack
down the
it
line.
first.
Let's see if it's in the code first. It'll be like the quickest video. Nope, it's not in the code. Sorry.
Speaking of hacking,
Uh-oh.
Bobby Poff unbanned on Warzone. Got his account
Who?
back. Bobby Poff, the guy we talked
Bobby
about last
Poff.
week.
Oh, I still don't know who that is, but
Yeah,
cool.
he
Go him.
Unbanned,
Yeah,
unbanned him.
did they say why he got banned?
No. Well, they
Okay.
said it was because he cheated in Warzone.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was a whole cheating thing.
See, that's kind of what I don't like about those games, like those first-person shooter games. It's like there's just so much cheating that goes around that it's just like it's not fun. And like
Most of the people that cheat fucking suck, though. So even though they're cheating, they're really fucking bad. But every once in a while, you
know,
get some
but-
decent people that cheat, and then it ruins your fucking
the
night.
thing.
just
If
don't
you if
even
it's a decent person that's cheating, you will never know that they're cheating because they understand. Like,
when to do it.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and the thing is, they'll just switch it on and off, or they'll do what's called soft locking, which is just like body
Nadia.
shots. There was this one cheater. So there's this guy, Flats. He's an Overwatch player. Used to be a coach and a bunch of other things. And he will watch player submitted things of cheaters. There was this one cheater that would literally take someone down to like 5 health and then go to another target so that he was never the one killing them. So it never
Mm.
looked like, so you
Oh.
never saw his kill cam.
Mm.
And he's just
That's
like this,
smart.
and he's even saying, he's like, this shit's scary
Yeah.
because this guy is good at the game. His positioning's amazing. Like, having
But
him
then
in
why
my
are you
lobby,
playing
I
the
don't think
game?
I would ever know that he was cheating.
But then so like at least for me, like takes away from the game if you can
Oh,
never
yeah.
lose type deal because you're cheating. Like it's like just go play solitaire or something.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
because,
we've
like,
talked about that too. Is like
Yeah.
a lot of people who suck at games, obviously, like they struggle to win. So when they finally hit that like time of winning, even though they're using cheats to do it, it's like
Yeah.
they finally have the success.
And it's that
Regardless of how they
ultimate,
get it,
that's
so it's
that
like-
ultimate fucking troll thing.
Yeah.
It's like fuck everybody, and a lot of people do it because they legitimately suck, and they feel like everybody's cheating, and they're
Thing,
just
King,
not.
for
Yeah.
100%, when you played StarCraft, you used power overwhelming. You used there is no cow level. Like, we all use those cheats, and it was fun. Granted, it died real
Wait.
quick.
Wait, there is no cal. I don't know these cheats. No, I did not.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I'm
we're
a
gonna,
purist gamer. What do you
I
want?
am
from me?
putting you in the category of Zoe now.
Okay.
No, I am.
now
No.
when I
no.
played Grand Theft Auto, I used like the health and armor cheat in getting 5 stars and.
I mean,
getting
I
ultimate
did
weapons
that
and
a
stuff
couple
like
of
that.
times, but that
Spawning
ruined
in
the
12
fucking
tanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, but that's also playing again. That's playing a solo game,
Oh, yeah. All of
a
these
Yeah,
things.
single player
yeah.
version of the game. If I want to play it however I want, I think the only thing I could think of off the top of my head was like The Sims with like the Rosebud.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like to get just
Never
because
played.
like you play games so much you want to see what it's like, but like it's always like to just like play around and like have a good time, not because I was competing. If I'm competing,
Yeah.
I don't want to cheat. And if
No, I
I'm
know.
like, if
I don't
I'm
know
not
how
good
people
at
cheat,
it-
man.
if I'm not good at it, it's either this game's not for me or I'm gonna practice. Like I mean, I'm
The
not gonna
shit,
just sit
the
here.
shit thing
Except for
about
a
this whole
more
cheater
noble
bullshit
Mindset though.
is I got banned on Fortnite, and they wouldn't tell me why I got banned.
because it's the controller.
Nothing. No. Well, I was on controller at the
Rusted.
time, but they refused to tell me why. Nothing about
You guys
it.
using a controller.
And oh my
what
god,
a loser! 7
all the fucking
what I like
skins that I
controllers still
lost,
losing.
man. Oh my god, I can't.
So,
like,
agree there is only one way to play games, as in there's only one direction.
Ooh.
Oh god.
I mean,
that was
a little bit of
That
an
was-
like,
that was-
especially what it
transition
was
for
That
a
was
sad
awful.
subject. Yeah.
I
think
think
he's
he's
talking about-
I keep it. to
He's talking
myself.
about the One Direction, Liam Payne. He apparently just fell off his hotel
third-
roof.
The third floor balcony.
Which, by the way, I hear all this news from my Gen Z friend. Like,
Oh, really?
she'll tell me like all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know who it is. I don't know. Sure.
Do you have
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But
I
it's
don't- I
like,
haven't-
It's not in his algorithm, it's not in
the
his algorithm.
Yeah, I was about to
is
say it's
for
not the
like
same as-
fantasy.
I haven't
football
seen
and,
anything
like,
about
politics
this
and-
on TikTok. I've seen it on Twitter.
Oh, see, I got it
Yeah.
literally. So right before the podcast, like the morning of, I'll actually go to just Google and I'll just read through all of the top stories to see if there's anything that I really want to talk about or anything like that. That's where I read the Asmongold thing. That's where I read about that. That's where I read about the update on Lieutenant Dan. Like, it's all just quick feed things. I'll read the story and then maybe like the first paragraph, After that, I really I don't care. Whatever. It's all fluff anyway. But this one I read through and did a little bit of research on it. I could not find it.
He was a big fan.
Now there are, I guess, some claims saying that it was either he was drunk or he was, some type of inebriated.
So I talked to my Gen Z friend, which told me more. She told me that they found drugs.
That's what it said all over Twitter. There was a lot of pictures
there
of
was
drugs.
2 women that were escorted out of the building in handcuffs.
Well, I mean, they're going to be suspects regardless, so they're going to be detained.
Yeah, and I honestly, like, when I first heard it, I'm like, yeah, drugs. It's either drugs or alcohol or both, because
that's the rock star life, man.
Well, apparently he fell something like 49 feet to the pavement.
3 stories.
And TMZ posted photos of his body.
Fuck you, TMZ.
I thought that was a little bit, and like I said that last night, and she was like, well, they did that with like Kobe too, and I'm like, I just don't.
How did they post pictures of Kobe's body when you?
Oh no! It was the cops.
It was the first responders.
Scene.
Yeah, took
first
pictures
responders
of his body.
Were taking pictures of the crash, of the body, and everything else, and then selling it. They've all been removed. They've all been fired. They've had their lives fucking shattered.
I'm sure
because they wanted their
as they should
grand.
be. As they should be.
But also shame on TMZ for putting it out there though too, because like you really,
he's got a family. He's got a mom. He's got brothers and sisters. He's got grandparents. So like they don't,
even if you take all that stuff out of that, it's just like it's also like if you go back like 20, 30, 40 years ago, like the shit they put on TV now isn't. They could never get away with what they put on.
Well, I'll say sometimes you can get away with more stuff back in the day because
they got away with
like
a lot more
stuff. There's no way you could play The Office now.
Ren and Stimpy. There's a reason it doesn't get played anymore.
Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder even came out like a newer type thing, but
I still don't know how that happened.
So much.
One of the greatest things.
Because Robert Downey Jr. is a god. He could do no wrong.
Now,
Iron
if we're
Man
going
does
into
no
that,
wrong.
Blazing Saddles could never be done again today.
Oh god.
But anyway, I do want to.
About this.
I want to kick it over to CC real quick because this is something near and dear to him.
Oh god.
Talk about your girl.
What?
Caitlin.
Get off your phone and talk about your girl.
I'm not on my phone. Caitlin Clark is not going to Europe. I don't know. It's all over the internet. If she was going to Europe, I would let you guys know.
But the notes say goes to Europe.
Okay, but that's because Kai. That's because Kai didn't do his due diligence and call me and ask me. He read somewhere that she's going to Europe. You should have called and asked me. I am the resident WNBA expert. I'm the sports guy. I watch all the sports.
He has the restraining order. He has all that stuff. Yeah,
he's horrible at betting. Yeah,
I'm amazing at betting. What's your football team, by the way? You said you're a football fan.
I'm not saying it on here.
I feel like you have to.
Or the Browns.
Hey, Lions is my pick to win the Super Bowl this year. Is the Lions. So.
Oh well, see, you guys embarrassed us last week, so I don't want to talk about it.
Who the fuck did they embarrass? The Cowboys?
The Cowboys.
You're a Cowboys fan? I wouldn't have said that. I would have made something up. I'd have made something up.
I didn't want to say. I know. So
I'm a Colts fan, and they fucking suck. So I feel you, dude.
So my father was back in the heyday, the Roger Staubach.
Okay. First of all, please don't tell me you're gonna blame your late father for you being a loser.
No, I blame the whole family.
Okay. All right.
I get to zone.
Okay, all right.
No, it's the one thing he did leave me, which is like the embarrassment about being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
that's all right. There are worse things in the world than being a Cowboys fan. You could be a Raiders fan.
I mean, it's not as bad as being a Cowboys fan. It's just not.
No, like we are. You know what though? Like
every year they have a good team. Like on paper, that's like they should win the Super Bowl,
it's like
and they don't even make the playoffs.
Too. I'm a Mets fan too.
Oh,
I know. I got the double.
Can we change our Rumble tag to game or to like sports chat then? If we're gonna keep going on with this football crap.
What? We talked about it for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Chill out, okay? We're talking about Caitlin Clark not going to Europe.
No one cares about your Colts. No one cares about any of that stuff, CC. They're not here for that.
Listen, the whole world cares about football. The whole world. Everybody.
Yeah,
when you
world.
say that, when you
Soccer.
say
Put
that,
it in the
you mean
United
soccer.
States.
Yeah, you,
Just the United States.
not American football.
Which
You're
is
talking
actually
about
like crazy
overseas
because
football.
again, like
You guys are
the,
just
like the
something
NFL
else.
is so huge in the United States, and like it's dwarfed
Nothing
compared to
anywhere else.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Zeus, do you want to wrap shit up here, man? Or
No, because there's one more thing.
oh,
Ooh.
what?
Oh,
It
wait,
better
wait,
be. It better be good.
It is good, actually. So you know how we've talked a lot about how if you get a game from like Steam or anything like that, the digital
yeah.
copies, you're only purchasing the license to play the game,
Yes.
and which
I did
obviously
not
can
know
take
that.
away. So there's
I did not know that.
yeah, so there's a website gog.com, which I believe stands for Good Old Gamers.
Okay.
They grant you offline installers for the games you buy from them. So you're not just buying
Ooh.
the license to play, you're getting the installers with it so you can play offline. And if the game ever gets taken off, you can still play it. So, and Steam updated their terms to where it now advises that you're buying the license to play the game, not the game.
So when did that come out? Like what? Because whenever something like legality comes out, I feel like that like something prompted it too.
It's been a thing for a while, but I think the biggest part was with PlayStation.
Okay.
When they were getting rid of a lot of their games.
Basically,
a lot of their
what
media. I guess it
happened
wasn't just
is
games. There was like music,
from
games.
From the start of digital games, digital media, digital movies, all of that. You've never owned that. You own a license to that. Is all it is, and that license can expire at any time.
When did we talk about the PlayStation thing where they got rid of it?
It wasn't
had to have
PlayStation.
been-
It was, I believe, it was Xbox.
Well, it was PlayStation. They got
it
rid
was
of a bunch of
PlayStation.
movies.
They got
and
rid of a
bunch
bunch
of
of media.
songs.
Yeah, movies, media.
Yeah, this
I
was
think there was a
PlayStation.
couple
It was
games or
Sony.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sony.
But
And
yeah,
they-
and that was the
I think
first
that's when I
first
really started
big
paying attention
one.
and realizing it. Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah,
There
so
was also some racing game that was really big with it that got like a huge movement going.
They shut
that we
down the
talked
servers
about.
on that or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's because they had like a number 2 and a number 3.
yeah.
But
Yeah, but shutting down the service is not. It's not the same as like removing
Well,
the license.
if it's an online only game, it's basically the same fucking thing. Like SOCOM,
Yeah,
no,
they shut down the
like
servers for that.
this is where it comes in. All right, so let's say you bought the Kinect or whatever the fuck what's the PlayStation
Xbox.
version?
Oh, they had. I don't know what they had the little
Wait,
handle
there was
things
the
or whatever.
Kinect,
Yeah, well, I don't know
Yeah,
what they're
whatever.
called.
So
Yeah.
let's say that you have, and this is the thing that was a bunch of the workout videos, okay, a bunch of the workout games or whatever that
Yeah.
they've removed completely. So let's say you bought those games, you uninstalled them, you no longer have the ability to reinstall them.
Yep.
You no longer have the rights to the game because they don't support it anymore. So even though you bought it,
another thing,
or you
like,
bought the license,
my
that's
cousin plays Rock Band on PS2
it.
or
Mhm.
PS3. Okay, they can no longer download all the songs that they paid for on there because
Yep.
the licenses are up on all that shit. So
well,
yeah.
it's shitty, but like I
is.
feel like that kind of makes a little bit more sense though because like they run out of the licenses for it. Because,
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
what I talked about before, what I wish could happen was I wish that, like, I bought Space Marines 2, right? I don't like it. I wish I could I could transfer that over to Zeus for like $5. You know what I mean?
Well, isn't that
That
kind of
would
like
be
the whole
nice.
thing with like Xbox? I think they originally wanted to do with Xbox One, where like if you bought the game, it would register to your Xbox, and it would like, and you couldn't like resell it. It was just tied to your original Xbox.
That was what they were going to do. Yeah.
They were going to do that.
Realize
and-
how awful of an idea it was.
Well, it wasn't. It was. Well, no, they just wanted people to buy it. It's just that they had severe backlash from the
Yeah.
community and the second-hand stores,
Yeah.
like your GameStops. It would just be like, okay, well,
I don't know how
You run out
GameStops
of
all
it.
those fucking places stay open now. Like right now, because
I don't
I
know.
don't I don't buy digital. I buy digital media
Because
only.
we all still have a bunch of old N64 and whatever games that we
Yeah,
wanna
but
get rid
how
of
are
because
they-
the shit's
Analog.
coming out?
Yeah, but how are they fucking sell? How are they
Well,
how
my
making
whole
People like
it
my
thing is,
friend
now?
like-
Casey. My friend Casey literally goes to those kinds of stores and buy. Like he will, if he finds a VHS or an N64 or anything like that, he buys that shit. Like right now, he says that you can't take away his VHS collection.
That's crazy.
He's not wrong.
As
Well,
far
but
as
the
the
more
GameStop
solid
thing
copies
goes,
you
You're right.
they
know?
should have already gone under, but they had that huge run at the beginning of the pandemic or whatever that like
Oh yeah.
saved the company. So if
Yeah.
you're wondering why, it's because
Well,
of the fucking Reddit boys that decided they wanted
Wall
to save
Street
it.
bets. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Show's
I do
hilarious.
like, especially like it's like something that comes out. Like I do like owning like the physical copy. I'm a collector. I still have all my old games.
I could
A
fucking
lot of
care
movies,
less.
No, see, I like that stuff. It's on display. I don't. It's just like it's something like ingrained to me. Like and just like you were saying about like the VHS.
You need to get a new hobby like 3D printing, and then you have no room for any of that shit, dude.
Hey guys, so
So-
that's the episode for the week. We're not letting CC go into this. Thanks for
I
joining us.
don't want to go into it anymore. I have room for nothing else in my
Kingler,
life.
thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you very much for
and
having us.
hanging out with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Remember, you guys can find us on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple, Facebook, Patreon. We also have the link tree. If you have anything you want us to discuss in the next episode, make sure to put it down in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.